Okay, so let's talk about the inner mechanics of the complex noun. So a complex noun is made up of two parts, right? The first part is the complex noun itself, which is either going to be the one who or the ones who, or whoever, or whatever, or that which.
Okay.
Right? So a complex noun will always start with one of these words, and then it'll be followed by either a sentence or a TLDR phrase.
Okay.
Right? And when we say sentence, it can be either an action sentence or an is sentence.
Okay.
So if you think back to the last lesson, we saw the one who gave birth to me. Right? So it's starting with one of our complex nouns, right? The one who. And then it's followed, in this case, by an action sentence. Gave birth to me. Okay? And so this together makes a complex noun.
Gotcha.
The one who gave birth to me. Okay, so let's look at it in Arabic. So our complex nouns in Arabic are alladhi, which translates as the one who, and then alladhina, which is just the plural version of alladhi, right? Those who or the ones who, and then allati, which is just the feminine version of alladhi, right? The one who, feminine. And then we have ma, which means what or whatever, and men, which means the one who or those who.
Okay.
And then alladhi and allati can also translate as that which.
So when it's like a non-human thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
When it's non-human, it can be for both.
Can alladhina be used for non-human?
No, it's always human.
All right.
Yeah. So you'll have to memorize these.
Okay.
Because
vocabulary.
Yeah, vocab. So a complex noun in Arabic will always start with one of these 5 words.
Okay.
Okay, and then it'll be followed by a sentence, like we said, or a TLDR.
Okay.
So here are some examples. We have الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. Starts with الذين.
That's the complex
That's
noun
the
word.
Complex noun. And then it's followed, in this case, by what?
Action sentence?
Yeah, it's followed by an action sentence, right? And so these two parts together make the complex noun.
Okay.
And so how would we translate this? الذين, do you remember?
Those who?
Oh, yeah, translates as those who. And then we'll translate our action sentence like we always do, right? Amana means to believe. Oh, I already wrote who, those who believe. وعملوا الصالحات.
And did good deeds.
Yeah. And did good deeds. Okay. That clear? Okay, here we have الذي خلق السماوات والأرض. So our complex noun is الذي, and it's followed in this case by
an action sentence.
Yeah, another action sentence. And inside the action sentence we have our action, and then السماوات والأرض would be
receivers.
Yeah, the receivers. And so how would that translate? الذي was
the one who,
right? The singular version. And then how would we translate our action sentence?
Created the skies and the earth.
Right, created the skies and the earth.
Okay.
So we're just kind of adding an element to what we already know.
What do you mean?
We know how to translate an action sentence, an is sentence, a TLDR.
Oh, okay.
And we're adding like the one who or those who were.
Okay.
That word before it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Here we have ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. So our complex noun is ma, and then it's followed in this case by
a TLDR.
Yeah, في السماوات is a TLDR, and then again we have وما, which is another complex noun, and then في الأرض is a TLDR, and ma translated as
whatever.
But then how are we going to translate the rest? Whatever. في السماوات translates as
in the skies.
In the skies, but in English we don't say whatever in the skies. We would say whatever is in the skies.
Okay.
Yeah. And this rule applies across the board. When you see a complex noun followed by a TLDR, you always have to add a is in between.
Okay.
To make it make sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So whatever is in the skies, and then ma fil ard is and whatever in the earth.
Is in the earth.
Yeah, whatever is in the earth.
I guess kind of do that naturally. You're not going to say like whatever on top of the couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you'll add that is in there. And then here's another interesting example. Men huwa kadhib. So men is our complex noun. And then huwa kadhib in this case is followed by what?
An is sentence.
Yeah, an is sentence. And then let's try translating that. Men meant Whoever. And then how do we translate huwa kadhib?
He is a liar.
Yeah, he is a liar. But in English, do we say whoever he is a liar?
No, that sounds so Arab.
Right? We'd say whoever
is a liar.
Is a liar.
But then what do we do? Like, why is that huwa there?
Why is that huwa there? So actually, in complex nouns, you'll often find what we call an awkward pronoun.
Yeah, it is awkward.
Yeah.
But
because
why?
it's just a convention in Arabic.
Okay.
Right? To have a pronoun there. Whereas in English, you don't translate it. It sounds awkward.
Okay, so it's something that Arabs say.
But, yeah,
but
we don't translate.
Don't translate it into English.
Yeah. If you've heard a non-native Arab speaker speaking, you might have heard this kind of thing before.
Yeah, they always put pronouns where they don't belong.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you see a pronoun in the sentence following a complex noun, and it translates weirdly, just ignore it in translation.
Okay, it's just the awkward pronoun.
It's just the awkward pronoun.
Okay.
And here's another example of that, actually. التي كانوا عليها, right? التي is our complex noun, and then كانوا عليها is our
action sentence that's coming after it.
Yep. And then if we were to translate, التي translates as
the one who, or
the
that
one
which.
who, or that which. In this case, that which.
Uh-huh.
And then كانوا عليها would translate as
they were upon it.
Yeah, they were upon it. So if we were to translate, we say that which they were upon. And then the ha, if we were to translate that, we'd end up with that which they were upon it.
Uh-huh. So
right.
we wouldn't translate the it, because that's awkward.
Exactly. So the ha is our awkward pronoun.
Gotcha.
In this case. Okay, so are you clear on the inner mechanics of a complex noun?
So it's basically just one of the complex noun words followed by an action sentence, an is sentence, or a TLDR.
Or a TLDR, and then sometimes it contains an awkward pronoun, like we saw.
Okay.
Okay, so one final note on complex nouns, and this one is really important, is that complex nouns always act as a single unit.
Meaning?
So they're made up of two parts, right? But those two parts can't be separated. So if you think back to an example we saw in the last lesson, right? The one who gave birth to me is at the back of the classroom. Right? We saw the one who gave birth to me is our complex noun. Right? And we can identify our two parts, right? The one who, the first part, and then the action sentence following it, gave birth to me. But as a whole, this entire thing is acting as the before is.
Okay.
Right? So you can't just say, oh no, the one who is the before is, or gave birth to me is the before is.
Okay.
Or you can't split it up or separate it.
Okay.
The entire thing as a whole is acting as the before is.
Oh, kind of like what we saw with the last lesson, like with the action sentences, like what was it? The
king.
The one who rules this land stole the money or something like that. We said that it answers the question, who stole the money,
right,
would be the one who rules the land.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Right, it's not just the one who, or not just rules the land. It's the whole thing as a unit.
Okay, so even though there might be like a sentence following the complex noun, we don't look at the sentence, we look at the whole thing as a single unit.
We look at the whole thing as a single unit. So it's kind of like, just imagine putting a capsule around the complex noun and then zooming out.
Okay.
And looking at what this entire capsule is doing in the sentence.
Okay.
Right? And don't get caught up in, what's inside the capsule. Right?
So going back to the example of the one who gave birth to me is at the back of the classroom.
Right.
We still consider that an is sentence?
It's still an is sentence.
Okay, and then the one who gave birth to me is before is, and then at the back of the classroom is after is.
Right.
But then, because like we can look at maybe if we get caught up in the before is, we can say, oh, gave birth is an action,
right.
So this is an action sentence. That's what we mean by acting as a single unit.
Yeah.
And like protecting it in that capsule.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So there's kind of like a macro and a micro to it, right? So on a macro level, this entire capsule is acting as the before is. And then if we zoom into the capsule, then we can analyze that sentence separately.
Okay, but we want to make sure to keep the capsule together, like not to
you
confuse the capsule.
You can't open it up and let things spill out.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Okay, so the complex noun acts as a single unit, meaning that you keep it all together and it will be playing one role in the sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
Good summary.